Hey, I'm Nicholas,
I'm Chase.
And I'm Dylan.
and you're watching Posers
Posers
Must
must die.
Die. Oh man. So
That was the
after
best one yet.
what's that?
That was the best one yet.
Oh yeah, there we go. So after the house show that we went to last week, Dylan got sick, and I felt so bad about that, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's no big deal. I've had worse.
Okay, good,
Trust
good,
me.
good.
I'm
But
getting better though.
why don't we start with song of the week, guys? Dylan, song of the week?
My pick is "Angry Again" by Megadeth.
Oh, great choice.
Mm-hmm.
Love that song.
Can't stop listening to it this week. It kind of helped me out with that cold I had. I got to be honest.
There you go.
Just
Yeah,
looping that.
no, that's a great song. Isn't that from the Last Action Hero soundtrack, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That's a great soundtrack to a movie I've never seen. Uh,
Give it a shot. It's a pretty wacky movie. Pretty
so I've
enjoyable.
heard, and I've
Not
seen
bad
it.
at all.
It looks like a fun one. I don't have a reason for not having seen it. I just haven't. But yeah, that is an excellent song. That was at a time Megadeth was like had a string of like movie soundtrack appearances. Uh, and most of those songs are bangers. You know, they're reasons to go pick out an album just for one song. You know, so
Yeah.
but yeah, Angry Again's a good one. Chase, what about you, man?
I've been reading a lot of DC lately, a lot of action comics mostly.
Oh, DC Comics, yeah.
and I have just been like, yeah. But anyway, a good companion for all that was Gamma Bomb and In the Court of General Zod, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
That's a good
Gamma
one.
Bomb.
I haven't heard that it's been quite a while. I haven't really gone and I need to do a revisit or a refresh on Gamma Bomb. That's a really fun band. Um, yeah, that's great. Yeah, in the Court of General Zod,
Yeah.
good one. My song of the week, Chase, last week you picked an SOD song, and the one that came to the song that was on my mind this week was an SOD song. Probably their only serious song, United Forces. Uh,
United Forces. Yeah.
it's a great track, and look, it's about unity between the hardcore scene and the thrash metal scene because we're stronger together. And I believe that with my whole heart. And yeah, love it. Song is an anthem, a rallying cry.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So, interesting bit of news this week. I'm sure you all saw the kerfuffle over Death Angel dropping off of the Wasp tour and being replaced by Armored Saint.
Yeah.
I got a notification early, I think Monday or Tuesday morning, saying like, "Oh, Armored from the Bands in Town app, you know." And so if the band that you're following adds a date in your city, you'll get a notification. And so it's like, "Oh, Armored Saint," and I'm like, "But the date looked really familiar," and I was like, "Oh, that's the date of the Wasp show with Death Angel and Unto Others in support." And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. More value for your buck. They're adding Armored Saint." And then later that day, it was revealed that Death Angel are dropping off the tour and being replaced by Armored Saint. A great choice, a band I like better. Would have been amazing to see the three of them. And how cool for Unto Others to be like, "Oh my God, we are opening for three classic 80s metals bands." You know, that wouldn't have sucked for them at all. But I think either like the next day, I think article came out like, "Oh, Death Angel dropped off this tour due to unforeseen circumstances." And what those circumstances are that Mark Ozagueda is now the frontman for the Kerry King band. And I think he backed out of the Death Angel tour or the Death Angel dates with Wasp because it would have conflicted with some other potential Kerry King band dates, which may be more lucrative for Mark specifically. Not a great move, especially in a band. You started with your cousins. Uh,
Mm.
but Mark doesn't really look like a prince in this situation. And there's like there was like a statement or some things coming out from the Death Angel camp, and it doesn't look good. Like it looks like they're talking about, oh yeah, we're still working on their next record, still have new music in the works, but I would not be surprised at all if uh Death Angel ended up splitting up over this business.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Dylan?
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Sounds like
Yeah.
doom.
Yeah. I don't, man. I mean, like the Ultraviolence is an all-time major album for me. It was huge for me in my teens. Um, and it just sucks to see bands fall apart because maybe somebody sees an opportunity to go and get ahead, but at the expense of kind of your vehicle that kind of like got you there in the first place, you
Yeah.
know? So crummy looking situation. We'll see how this develops, but yeah, yeah, it doesn't look like things are too positive in the Death Angel camp these days.
Womp womp.
What up, 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 up. Uh, and ew, that sounds kind of flippant and not nice. I mean, like I want it to work out for them.
Yeah.
I
Of course. Of
No,
course.
of course.
I feel like I've been picking on them lately, and it's like look, I don't want to wish bands to break up. I hope they work that out, but I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Um, guys, new music, new and old this week. What are we listening to? Dylan?
Um, well, last week you guys mentioned Oxygen Destroyer's new album, Guardian of the
Yeah.
Universe, and that was on my list of listen next. And since then I've listened to it, and I've been really enjoying that. I haven't heard Oxygen Destroyer before,
Oh,
so
okay.
I've just been really enjoying that album. It's you know, as I do, little chef's kiss.
Pretty
Very
nice
much
stuff.
enjoying that.
Oh, yeah.
I got to spend some more time with it this week. They also have, I think it's their third album, so they got two more full lengths too to dig into.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, you know me, I kind of sit and simmer when I first listen to somebody. I sit whatever first album I get to, I simmer in it for a bit, and then I move on to the other stuff.
and that's good. I think it's good to like take some time, spend a while, absorb a record, and then kind of delve further into the discography. Totally a good approach. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Chase, what about you, man?
I was listening to a re-release of a demo from 2000 and yeah 2002. It's a Japanese death metal band called Immortal Death.
Okay.
Uh, the demo is being released on September 13th on Werewolf Records. Fucking raw death metal. Like
Hmm.
they're from Osaka. I should probably say that too.
Oh, okay.
Make
Okay.
that
Okay.
clear. Like early Deicide of Legion was recorded in a trash can in a cave at the bottom of the sea. That kind of quality, you know. But
Okay.
oh man, it is.
But you like this. This
Oh, I
sounds
love it. It is a listen and a half, bro.
nice. Here's the thing. Sometimes, even though like, those early 90s death metal albums are really good, sometimes it's like the demo tapes are really like the better stuff. It's just raw, man. Like
Yeah, yeah.
like I love Desultory's first album. I'll use them as an example, Into Eternity, their first record. But the demos that precede it blow it away.
Hmm.
So yeah, sometimes it's all about those demo tapes. They are not like don't consider demos like important releases, not just footnotes. That's
Oh,
that's where I
certainly. Yeah.
feel
Oh,
about
yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
yeah.
It's the like, especially when because they were unsigned when they made that.
Okay.
So they they have all creative control. It's what they wanted to do. It's like the rawest form of their art and everything. Yeah, don't look at it as, like you said, don't look at it as a footnote. It's what they wanted to make, so they made it.
I love that. I love that. Um, that is super cool. Um, a couple of bands I checked out this week. It wasn't a ton of new stuff, but um, a new local Portland metal band, Hadean. Last week they had, I think, they played their first show, and they have a digital single out. It's called Vengeance Now. And this is like traditional metal, power metal. There's a gal singer, and on lead guitar, it's Bryce Van Hoosen from Silver Talon and Spellcaster. And on
Yep.
bass, Jimmy Flores from Chaotic Injustice and Menacing Terror and Destructive Impulse. And they will be playing opening for Savage Master and Haunt the Saturday, August 24th at Dante's. But yeah, anyway, cool band. Looking forward to hearing more. I saw some clips on Instagram from their debut show recently. Very cool, very cool. And the other band I checked out this week, I think one of you guys might have mentioned them maybe a couple weeks ago. They're called Dungeon Crawl. Do either of you know them?
Sounds familiar.
It's Dungeons and Dragons themed thrash.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sold. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
I'm sold.
so it's like, imagine if one of those, those bands that's just like, wizards and elves and stuff, that's what they sing about, right? Instead of power metal is thrash.
Okay.
Yeah, it rips.
What I've always wanted.
Should have
Yeah,
to take my
Honestly.
money.
yeah. So yeah, check out Dungeon Crawl. That's a cool band.
Right.
I did attend a show last night. I was at the High Water Mark. Seattle's Greyhawk played. They headlined. And Splinter Throne, Manthus, and Paradigm Shift opened. Manthus probably did their best performance that I have seen of theirs.
Oh,
I mean, they're good, but their set was tight. They sounded great, and just everything was right. Uh, um, they
wish I
did
could have been there,
did a
man.
fantastic job. I told Steven, man, I hope the soundboard guy taped it because they should put this out as a live EP.
Oh,
I really thought it was an excellent performance. And they debuted a new song, which was cool, and it was a good track. So, did not catch the title of that one, I'm afraid, but yeah. So they were great. I missed Paradigm Shift. I was out in the back patio visiting, talking with Jason, and I just lost track of time. It happens sometimes. But they are local. I'm sure we will see them in the future. Splinter Throne played. Chase and I saw them open for Flotsam and Jetsam, and they were great. They were great last night as well.
yeah.
Also debuting new material, so that's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, no, they were great. And but man, Greyhawk, they should change their name to Great Hawk. They are incredible power metal. Terrific. I mean, the front man, great, and like really worked the crowd in lots of fun ways, lots of audience participation and sing along moments and like vocal coaching, kind of like, all right, I'm like call and response kind of things. Like I do this, and you do it or whatever. Just
Fun. Freddie
really
Mercury.
great.
Yeah.
He was like knighting people with a sword. Like so cool. No, but it was excellent. And like, okay,
That's cool.
so then their lead guitarist late in the set takes a solo. And this guy is so killer, he's gonna have to change his name to Shreddy Krueger. Because dude, the guy is a monster guitar player. I mean, like, imagine Eddie Van Halen, George Lynch, Yngwie Malmsteen, just like, okay, like, and like,
Wow.
and like the
Whoa.
cleanest guitar tone I have heard in a long time. Like, phenomenal. Like wow, man, they were amazing. This guy was just one of the best guitar players I've seen live, and I've seen a lot of shit. So yeah, awesome.
I'm so sad I missed that show.
Yeah,
I
but
wish I
it's
could
great
have
for the
went.
Northwest Band and hopefully you'll get a chance to see them. Uh,
Okay.
they were great. Um, but yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll see them even before the year's out. Who knows? Uh, excuse me. I want to just talk about a few upcoming shows on our show calendar. Um, this coming Saturday, as I mentioned earlier, this coming Saturday, the 24th at Dante's, Haunt and Savage Master are performing. That's going to be great. Traditional metal show. Local acts Stainless and Hadian will be opening. So this is just going to be like a great night of epic heavy metal. That should be a lot of fun. In 2 weeks, Oxygen Destroyer makes their triumphant return to the high water mark. This is the last date of their tour. They've been on tour this month, and they will have support from Torture Rack and Phenom. So I think it's going to be a solid death metal show. And that should be a lot of fun. And then September 7th at the Blackwater, Alienator return to crush. And they will have support from Malakili, who I just checked out today. Awesome hardcore punk. Teardown, who Dylan and I saw last weekend, were great hardcore band. And this other group who are new, that I know they played a couple gigs already. They're called External Ballistics. It's punk or hardcore or something. I haven't got a chance to hear them, but looking forward to it. That's going to be fun. Dylan, were there any other shows that you were aware of that you had on your radar?
Um, let's see here. Let me just look through this real quick. You
Oh
kind
yeah,
of cut out for me a little bit, so it sounded like you mentioned two shows at once. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for the show this Saturday. I'm definitely going to be there at Dante's.
nice,
And I really want to see Haunt. I'm excited to see Haunt.
nice.
Um,
I'm excited
but
to finally see Savage Master, man. Jeez.
yeah, and they sound like they're cool too. I was listening to some of them. I really like them a lot.
Yeah,
Um, uh, what was it? Let me see my calendar here. Yeah, that in 2 weeks, Oxygen Destroyer on the
yeah,
31st.
yeah.
But there's also that show you mentioned to me the same day, Punk for a Cause.
Oh,
Uh,
now is that the one in Salem?
uh, no, it's gonna be in Portland.
Oh, okay.
The PDX FOE Lodge.
Okay. You know what? There's a chance that might be a daytime show. That might be something that we could do both almost. But we'll have to look into that. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna ask you about that one and see like which one. I really want to see Oxygen Destroyer, but I also want to see all these bands. Too many to list that are gonna
Yeah,
be at Punk for a Cause.
yeah, I'm gonna have to I don't have any notes on that on hand, so I'll have to go and look that up and see what's up. Maybe we'll figure something out logistically, uh
Okay.
but yeah, that could be a fun thing too. Um yeah. Guys, do we have any other stuff, any other talking points for today's show? No?
Not that I can
Okay.
see.
Well, guys, why don't we go ahead and wrap there? Chase, you got to sign off for us, buddy?
Probably. I don't know. Uh, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and if it's your thing, watch as the legions ride again to a fate of death or torture at the Headless Cross.
Nice. All right. Thanks, everybody.